Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I am from Scotland, having a wonderful time here. Thank you. And the great thing about being in your country is that you understand me, which is magic, because the Scottish accent doesn't always travel so well, as I discovered once on a family holiday in Florida. I was there with my wife, my 3 kids, and I went to buy ice creams for the children, plural. Oh yeah, they got 1 each, because when I'm on holiday, the special wallet comes out. And the young girl that was serving me, when she finished serving me, she pointed at me and she said, "Excuse me, are you German?" I said, "No." I said, "We're Scottish." And she said, "Oh, I always get you two mixed up." I said, "Well, we speak English. It's an old Scottish habit of ours." Said, "We always speak the language of our most recent oppressor." Yeah. But I said to her, we are taking the precaution of learning German. Yeah. Deshalb habe ich entschieden, Deutsch zu lernen, I said to her, which regrettably went right over her head, because this young lady was not a student of languages, nor indeed was she a student of geography, folks, because when she learned we came from Scotland, she said, and I quote, "Oh, did you travel here by train?" I said, "Oh, aye, the old 9:30 Glasgow to Orlando. What a tunnel that is." No, we flew, and I think it's a kind of obligation to talk about flying. I've got a great tip for you folks. If you're ever flying and you can pick whatever seat you want, it's row 1, seat C. Because when you land, you're first to get your bag out the overhead locker and you're first off the flight, and the power that gives you is phenomenal. Because when you're first off an aeroplane, you can take the rest of the passengers wherever you want. 3 times round Terminal 1, 250 people following me saying, "Are you sure we're going the right way?" I heard one of them saying, "Yeah, just follow the German man at the front." Now, flying can be fraught with difficulties, especially if you're a Scot like me, because, you know, there's certain things you know about Scotland, one of which is that we, as gentlemen, wear kilts, and what we wear under a kilt might or might not be a mystery. And can I just tell you, I was flying once, I'd been to see my national soccer team, football as we call it, and I was flying home after the game on a Wednesday morning, because it had been played on a Sunday, and it was 11 o'clock flight in the morning. I'd stopped drinking breakfast at about 9:45, right? And I'm sitting with my buddies, 5 of them and me, sitting in row 27. I've got my head against the window, and I'm sound asleep, and I woke up to the sound of silence, because the pilot came on the public address, and he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, you may have noticed we've turned both the engines off. One of them was giving us problems, so as a precautionary measure, we've turned them both off. Now, when we go down below 10,000 feet, as I'm thinking we probably will," he said, "we'll turn them both back on, everything will be fine, but in the meantime, if you could just adopt the brace position and remain calm." I've got a kilt on. You cannot remain calm with your head between your knees. Folks, I saw things from an angle I've never seen them before. And I'm thinking, if this guy in front puts his seat back, I'm going to find out if it was possible. Right? And fellas, don't try it. Think it through, guys. I've got to tell you. Can you imagine somebody turning up from the airline company going, "Bing bong, hello, Mrs. MacAulay. Tragic. Your husband Fred, well, he survived the impact. He choked." Folks, I'm going to have to go in a minute. I urge you, please come and visit us in Scotland. It is a beautiful country. We've got lovely towns and cities. Please come and see us. Wee word of warning, don't go to Paisley. It's a rough area. I was in Paisley once. I saw in the newspaper that a man had been savaged by a pit bull terrier, had him by the throat. 9 times out of 10, this leads to death. But luckily, said the Paisley Express newspaper, luckily, a passer-by was able to break the dog's skull open with his baseball bat. A passer-by. I have read all the sports pages I can in Scotland. There is no baseball in Paisley. Got to tell you guys, I've done that routine on television in Scotland, and the TV company received letters of complaint from the good people of Paisley. They got 3 letters. Apparently everybody that could wrote. Montreal, thanks for your hospitality. Thank you very much indeed. Good night.